What's good, y'all? This is the long awaited for video. A lot of people were asking me to dissect this specific thing that I was saying in my video. This is what I like to call the infinite content glitch, and it will help you monetize your audience at will. A lot of creators, this is a must do for you guys, especially if you're trying to sell any type of product to your audience, or if you're not doing that at all. Just getting content ideas. Like, this is gonna get you infinite content, literally, and every creator needs to be utilizing this in their audience. Like, it's non-negotiable, whether you're selling something or not, because that's a big problem for creators. Like I said, the content rut, creators block, not knowing what good engaging content to create, and also not knowing the engaging content to create when you're eventually going to monetize your audience, right? You guys heavily rely on the brand deals, promoting products you don't own, AdSense. You know, the affiliate rat race is an inconsistent cash flow vehicle, hands down. Like, you're on the wheel right here, bro. This is you. If you're relying on affiliate deals, like, literally, like, why are you doing this? It's inconsistent, right? Overall, what I've seen, these are the two biggest problems for creators in general, content creators in general, and all of this stems from not knowing how to pinpoint your exact audience avatar, or also known as your ICP, your ideal customer profile. And the only way you can do this, find your audience avatar, find your ICP, is by launching a deep dive market research on your audience, right? You want to find your average in every aspect of your audience, all the commonalities between everyone in your audience, their biggest desires, their biggest struggles, their biggest pain points, average income, their culture, you know, black or white. A lot of the times, the creator, just based on, like, if it's a black creator, they're often gonna attract a black audience. If it's a white creator, white audience, right? Anyways, with this market research, you're gonna get the ICP. You're gonna understand your audience to the fucking T and exactly what they want, so they can keep engaging with your brand, right? And you'll be able to speak directly to your niche, directly to your audience. Your content is gonna just eventually become crack for any person who correlates with the ICP. Jimmy comes through scrolling and he's the exact ICP. He's going to look at your video, then going through your videos and just binge watch your videos, because he's going to directly correlate to the ICP, right? Because that's all it is. Even if you're not selling anything, you still are selling something. You're selling digital real estate. You're selling entertainment, free value, or whatever you're an expert on or have experience in. You as a person, you're selling yourself. If you have a personal brand, you're selling yourself in exchange for currency, attention. Attention is currency. It's the biggest currency of this generation. Engagement, right? Follows, subscribers, likes, engagement, or hard cash. So that's exactly what this video is going to be about. If you guys don't know me, my name is Donald Main. I help content creators, coaches, consultants monetize their audience selling coaching, right? I've done it, scaled this creator to multiple six figures. This is me. I'm just ripping in the sand dunes, because why not, right? And like I said, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to conduct a deep dive market research on your audience, A to Z. I'm also going to show you how I utilize AI. It gets fucking cracked with the AI, specifically Perplexity. Perplexity is a nasty AI that's really good on deep diving the web. And then I use ChatGPT to hone everything together. You can use ChatGPT instead of Perplexity, but it doesn't have as much access to the internet like Perplexity. But you're going to see how I utilize AI in this. So now, when you're doing market research, there are 4 touch points of information, right? We do it through, specifically, I do it through surveys like a Typeform or a Google Doc. This is one of the first things I do. Actual calls with the audience, actual research online. This is where I use Perplexity. It gets real nasty right here. Funnel hacking, right? Specifically with selling coaching, this is what I do. You want to go to your top competitors, look at what they're doing good, what they're doing bad, right? What's their sales process look like? How are they getting the audience from the top, the big audience, to buyers, right? And then what I do at the end is I just utilize AI to organize the information and put it into what I like to call the ICP, right? So I'm going to break down all these 4 touch points, right? So firstly, let's get straight to it. The first thing I like to do is a survey. This is very, 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 very important. You get a fuck ton of information super quick. It's like a snap of a finger. You get so much information so quick, and it's like your first touch point of information. It's your first little win with the creator, and it's pretty easy to do, right? So the first thing I like to say is, when you're about to conduct a survey, You want to incentivize them to fill out the survey, right? You can't just plop a survey on them for no reason, because you're just going to get shitty answers. It's simple as that. Then the answers are worth nothing, right? I like to do this through early access to the program I'm about to build. Sometimes that's not enough. So you want to do like gift cards, a free coaching call, which is really going to lead into this, hopping on calls with the audience. A free coaching call. It's kind of is a free coaching call. Merchandise. So you want to incentivize these people to hop on, right, and get on this and give me good answers. And I usually like to say, like I said, going into the second point, I like to say, yo, the best answers are going to get a free coaching call, which is really another deep dive market research call. And then I help them a little bit with, their first lines of action, giving them a little bit of sauce, right? Or the creator does it. So yeah, first thing you want to do is always with these market research, because a lot of the time, these are going to be the first people you sell to, right? You're going to put them on a wait list. They're going to get nurtured and marketed towards with the emails, SMS, whatever you want to do. You want to grab their profile, swipe their profile, name, number, email, right? Like I said, these are the first buyers. You want to be able to market to them. And your questions in the type form or the survey or the Google form is going to be stuff like, yo, what's your age? How old are you? What is your biggest goal in achieving X, right? For this example, let's say drop shipping. What's your biggest goal in achieving drop shipping? What's your revenue goal? What struggles or obstacles are in the way from you achieving this with drop shipping? What's your biggest question about drop shipping? Is it hard to find information about drop shipping? No, it's probably not, because this is a more sophisticated market, since everybody has done drop shipping and yeah, so you want to be more complex with it. But this is just an example. What have you tried, right? Qualifying them. This is super important, especially with the early access, the first people you want to sell to. Qualifying them. Now, there's different ways to qualifying and to make it feel less salesy, depending on how resistant the audience is to selling. So if this is like a credit offer, right, you can ask them, yo, how much you make, because it directly correlates with credit. But if it's like something more resistant, like a drop shipping, you can say, yo, this is a good example. Instead of saying how much money you have to invest to the program right away and putting it in front of them, they're not going to answer that truthfully. Or how much money you make, they're not going to answer that truthfully. They're just probably going to put a random number, or they're going to hop off the survey in general and just not even finish it. I would rather do, what is your revenue goal? How far are you from it? Different framing. What's your revenue goal? 10K a month. How far are you from it? 4K away. So they have 6K. Or how much do you have to invest towards getting the supplies and ad costs? Like how much, it just frames it in a more selfish way. They're thinking about themselves. They're thinking like, oh, this is my money that I have to invest towards this, just not even thinking about the mentorship. Oh, I got 4 or 5 to invest towards this business, and I've been looking for some little mentorship. You're taking away any smoke screens of getting sold to with whatever that money is, right? And remember, this is a great way to get a fuck ton of information at once on the audience, and it's really good for the base initial information. But I want to go deeper, right? You don't want to just stop at a survey and that's it, and that be the end all be all. I want to know what keeps them up at night. It's harder for people to write down vulnerable things like that inside of a survey that is framed as a quick survey, a 3-minute quick survey. It's hard for them to really go deep. A lot of the times they're doing something, or they're just doing something on the side. They're not going to go super deep on the survey. So like I said, I incentivize the best answers to get a free strategy call where I dive into more about them and they get value out of it. For, it's an equal exchange. I get to dive more deep into the ICP, and then they get their first lines of actions on what they need help on. And that brings me into the second touch point, hopping on market research calls with the audience, right? Like I said, best answers, yo, fill out the survey, best answers get a free strategy call. This is more on the time intensive side, but it pays off, right? You run this like an extended cut survey, right? And you want to actually care, right? You're building an actual business where you're helping people. You want to actually care, build rapport, be curious. This is not a sales call. You're just being curious, because a lot of the time, this is going to be your first customer, especially if they're qualified. If they're qualified, they're connected to you, and they feel like they're part of something, they're building something, their close rate exponentially shoots up. Exponentially, right? So what you're going to do on this market research call, you're going to run them through the same line of questions, but dig deeper, right? So like I said, in these questions, it's age, biggest goal, da da da. In this one, you're just gonna ask why. Like, just keep asking why. Be curious. Your story, your cultural background, your upbringing. Why? Why is this your biggest goal? Oh, because, you know, my mom did this, and I seen my mom struggle, this, that, a third. What's your upbringing leading to the struggles and obstacles, right? Just going deep. Why is it hard to find this information? What have you tried? What are some pivotal life moments that made you question the previous way of thinking? Pivotal life moments that made you want more, like, oh, I didn't have this, or oh, I had this. Like, pivotal life moments, they go deep, right? Or my family situation, this, that. What happens if you stay where you're at? I need you to cut fucking deep and actually care, right? Be curious. This is not a sales call, right? You have nothing to sell right now. This is just being curious, because this is where you're going to get the best information, and this is where you're going to build the best rapport. Just being curious and being a human. These are humans. These are not only numbers. Yeah, they're gonna give you some money in exchange of a service, right? Remember, you're selling them the band-aid to their cut, right? So be curious. These are humans. And then when to stop is when the answers start sounding the same. And just a quick interruption, if you're fucking with the video so far, drop a like and subscribe if you want to see more sales funnel breakdowns like this, where I teach creators how to really monetize their audience at will. I'm giving away sauce for the free. You can even drop comments on other funnels you've seen or creators you've seen selling coaching or anything with marketing. I will literally break it down. I'm giving this sauce away for free. I have no course, just free sauce on the tube. Drop a subscribe. And let's get right back to the video. Usually you're going to see around like 20 to 30 calls. Like, that's kind of the standard, where you start seeing trends in the answers. You kind of understand everything. You're going to honestly know what they're going to say before they say it. That's usually around it, like 20 to 30 calls. If you got to keep going, like, that's when you stop. Like I said, this is very time consuming. I get it. Very time consuming. Very, very, very time consuming. But it's super worth it for like you want to get the emotion out the crowd. This is where you're going to find it, in this, right? And like I said, you plug directly into the audience, right? You get everything emotional. You plug directly into the audience. So yeah, that's hopping on market research calls with the audience. These two alone are going to do wonders for you. But this goes into the third. Doing your actual research online, right? You can go through Google, go through everything, go through the little forms, but that's where Perplexity comes in. And actually, I want to show you guys Perplexity real quick. So in this specific example, Perplexity, right? I just did a fitness mentorship. I run a fitness mentorship where I specifically teach overweight people how to lose their first 30 pounds. Can you do an in-depth market research on their core desires, fear, struggles, roadblocks that my audience faces, right? And this does all the work for you, all the scouring the internet, and it will cite YouTube videos, you can tell it specifically where you want to go, Reddit, YouTube comments, this, that, third, core desires, health improvement. So it's going to spit out a whole bunch of market research. So their core desires, their core fears, failure, judgment, judged in fitness environments can be a significant barrier. Physical discomfort, overwhelming, like, it literally goes in depth for you. And that's the whole thing. And I just created a free account. I was off a free account. So yeah, you can do a lot of the legwork, right? And I tell it to go through, I really go deep. I tell it to go through Reddit threads, YouTube, popular searches, comments, Wikipedia, and it goes through all the info for you, right? And then I ask it to give me info on the trending topics, common questions, common problems, common tips and tricks, conduct the market research of its own, and then you can use the deep search feature. I think you have to pay for it or not, but that shit goes crazy. It's like 30 minutes to an hour of just going through the internet, and it gives you so much information, and it cites the information. And then you could decide if you want to use the data or not. But Perplexity is really good. You can try ChatGPT, but like I said, Perplexity has better access to the internet, right? With these three, you're pretty much good. But in my specific thing, I help these creators do consulting, coaching, selling coaching. So I do the fourth thing, which is I go through the competitors. I look at the top competitors. This is kind of my favorite thing to do. I like to look at the competitors, see what they're doing good, what they're doing bad that you can improve on. I break down their video sales letters. I go through their whole funnel. This is a sales funnel with the traffic, nurture, and then the money, because this is what it is for a lot of you content creators. You got a whole bunch of eyeballs, and then you got a pocket of buyers inside of your audience to monetize, right? So I do that. I go through everything. I go through their IG, look for call to actions, going to the IG DMs, and I build Notion files, dissect their whole business, right? Their top of funnel, where they're posting, what they're posting, their middle of funnel, their nurturing channels, their emails, their DMs, their VSLs, their free communities, and then their bottom of funnels, right? How their sales process is before you hop on a call. I go through all of that, literally, from top to bottom, right? And I just create swipe files of everybody's funnel, right? That's the deep dive of that. But if you're not selling coaching, if you don't want to do that, these three alone will have you perfect. Like, you will be green. You will literally be green. You'll be perfect, and you can get your ICP. But this is like the extra edge. This is when I'm looking at competitors. And then the last step is what I do is I put them in a chat GPT. This is where it's gonna get really nasty. I get, like, for this, I would probably put it on a document, put it on a document as well. Get a chat GPT, or go to chat GPT, put it in a little prompt. You could do whatever. Yo, I run this mentorship where I teach X. Here's the research I've done on my audience. Here's the files, documents, With the information given, can you do in-depth market research or summarize what's going on here? The deepest desires, Summarize everything. And with that is where you get your ICP, right? You literally, this is so fucking crack, because this is literally how it is, bro. Congratulations, you figured out your ICP, right? Or your audience avatar. Once you finish this, you figured out your audience to an absolute T. You have an infinite amount of content ideas for them, and can literally always refer back to your market research document. You can create infinite content on their biggest problems, their biggest struggles, everything they're facing, because you have it in a document. You literally know your audience to a T. But I want to warn you guys, be very careful with this. This is like actual insane. Like, bro, you know your audience to a T. Be careful with this, because now you can easily market with your direct messaging to your ICP, right? You can inflict any emotion, calling them out personally to a T, making you able to sell any product to them that will bridge them from their pain to their desires, right? For example, if you're a person that always tries X, wants X, and is tired of X, then this is what you need. Like, that's literally, and they're going to be like, this is me. This is me. This is me. This is what you need. Like, that's how dangerous this is. That's how crazy this is. Once you get the ICP, and they're cooked to any of your messaging. Like, they're absolutely cooked. In my specific case, I help content creators with expertise in something. Coaches, consultants scale to 30K plus per month. Selling coaching. For example, I helped a clothing brand business owner scale to multiple six figures last year. Selling coaching on how to build and scale their own clothing brand. So we taught the audience how to build and scale their own clothing brand, right? And with this, I did it all done for you, all for him. I did all this whole process for him. I crafted an offer for him so he can monetize his audience at will, with high tickets ranging from 1K to 5K, recurring low ticket prices from $30 to $50 a month. Done for you sales and marketing infrastructure. I built out the whole sales process, the VSL funnel, nurturing the viewer to customer pipeline, hired and managed a killer trained sales team, email marketing. I helped him create a great fucking product and ran the whole back end to monetize his audience. And all he did was focus on creating content, his clothing brand business, and helping people get results inside of the coaching business, right? If that's something you're interested in, then hit me up. Link in the description on IG. Just DM me, yo, what's up? I'll get to you. And yeah, if that's something. If you're not, who cares? Here's some free game. So that's how you do the infinite content glitch. Congratulations, you're officially insane at content, or whatever you want to do. You can sell any product as well, because it helps you monetize your audience at will. If you're interested in more videos, bro, subscribe. Or ladies as well. Why would I say just bro? Ladies. I call the ladies bros too. Subscribe, like, comment what y'all want to know. What y'all want some more? Link in the description for the IG. And peace out.